There was also a question in the Discord about paid media for EB-1A, so I can just read it out.
Yeah.
There seems to be conflicting advice within the EB1 community regarding the use of paid media. Could you please address the following? Is it acceptable to use a PR firm to facilitate media publications, or is it better to work directly with publishing companies? Can you provide any examples or references of how you have used media publications in EB1 applications? Can paid media be useful as supporting evidence in the final merits review?
This is a really good question, and it's one that comes up a lot. So it really comes down to what is the purpose of the media? How did you get the media attention? And what will USCIS think about the media piece? As far as using a PR agent, there's nothing wrong with using a PR agent. As long as the PR agent is like doing the work on your behalf and is not promising secrets and insider tricks and promising you the world, essentially. So what a PR agent will do is they will help you craft a profile to send to media outlets. They will draft the PR releases. So they'll draft statements that they will then send to various media outlets. And then they will facilitate the communication with those media outlets. You want to make sure that they are truthful people, that they're going to portray you accurately, that you are actually signing off on whatever they prepare, but they're working for you. It's almost like having a personal assistant with the task of getting you and your name and your reputation out into the media. Totally fine to work with someone. The PR agent, though, should be ethically sourcing your PR opportunities. Like, they should not be making payments to various publications without your knowledge. They should be looking for quality spots for you and not just shortcuts. They should really be looking at it as advancing your career and your profile and not about satisfying the immigration agents. Because to be honest, PR agencies aren't going to know about the immigration agency requirements. They really shouldn't be providing advice on immigration anyways, because they're not immigration attorneys and they wouldn't have had any interaction with USCIS otherwise. They should be doing the PR work. They should be doing the work that they would normally do for any other client. It's also fine for you to work directly with publications, but if you're working with publications, you should not be acting like shady PR agents. You should not be paying the publications to put out profiles of you. Instead, you should be circulating your own press releases and profiles saying, I am an expert in this. You should be developing a network or connections with various reporters who report on your field so that when topics come up or when they have an article idea, they think of you as an expert that they can turn to. You can also leverage resources like Haro, which is now Connectively, where reporters are posting their questions to the public and you can respond with a direct quote or some article pitch and your profile. And that way you know what they're already working on and it's just a more efficient way to approach it. When working with media, I think it's important to do a lot of different things because you never know what's going to stick. Your approach to media shouldn't be about getting that one article that you know USCIS will accept, because to be honest, it doesn't really exist. USCIS does take a look at the whole picture, and while they have requirements for what the article must contain, they don't have a general idea or picture, at least not a consistent one, of what the article should look like. So some RFEs will say the article must be a profile of you, describing only you and your work. Sometimes when you submit that kind of thing, you'll get a different kind of RFE that says this article has no journalistic value because it's just about you. And it's not necessarily about anything of broader interest to the field. So proceed with a broad reach. Look at a lot of different opportunities. You can do it on your own or you can use a PR agent. I think the key, though, is ensuring that whatever is happening is of real interest and that you're not just paying a publication to post a pre-written article that summarizes you. There has to be something interesting about it, something that would be engaging to the field, and that a reasonable person would find to be engaging to the field.
So just to clarify, it's Haro, right? The portal? H-A-R-O?
Yeah, Haro, but they changed their name and now it's Connectively. And to be honest, sometimes there are really good prompts and sometimes there's just absolutely nothing. The quality of inquiries is not guaranteed. It's also not guaranteed that they're going to have anything in your field of expertise, but it may be worth looking at this, once or twice a week just to see what's out there.
So as part of EB-1A profile building, then, should you try to start building out a list of contacts of people who publish regularly in your industry? Doesn't even have to be just reporters. It could be people who run magazines around specialties in your field, or maybe even newsletters.
Yeah, so that it depends on how hard you're going to dive into this, right? It can be a lot of work. Like even in the really narrow niche area of immigration law, there's a couple of reporters that I know about. There's a couple publications that I know about, but reaching out to all of them would be super hard work. And you definitely can do it on your own, but that's where hiring a PR agent can help. Unfortunately, I have to say I don't have any recommendations for PR agents. I haven't vetted them. I get inquiries from them all the time saying, please recommend me. And I just don't know what they do. I haven't vetted them for ethical work. I haven't vetted them for efficient or effective work. And I just don't know. But that's where having a professional who's done this for other clients can help you out. If you are going to do it all on your own and you're willing to spend a lot of time on it, then yeah, having a setup where you kind of target certain people and certain publications would be really helpful. So if you can put together a spreadsheet with all of that information, and then most publications will have some section that provides guidelines for written submissions. So you should kind of know what's acceptable to them, what they're looking for, and then you can craft various pitches and send those over according to their guidelines.